how do you deal with how do you advise people to separate the wheat from the chaff when it comes to people who work in your space? No different than a question like I would get, like chiropractors, nuts. They're all insane for the most part. We had a
Yeah.
little, brief off air about chiropractors, and people will come to me and they'll ask, like, look, do you either A, know someone in my area, or B, is there like a checklist where I can vet these people? Like, some that are good are great and they're working with the best athletes in the world, and some that are bad are insane and they're paying their boat payments with your cracking of necks. Like, what is, what are, I mean, I don't even want to say red flags, but yeah, maybe red flags. Like when you, because I'm sure people are going to hear this that are coaches that have maybe been thinking about this for a while, and the industry of fifth graders teaching fourth graders is ripe. But you're one who's done it. You've done it all the way to the highest level, and then have come down from the mountaintop and be like, right, okay, where are you at? All right, here's how we ascend the ladder. What, even in your mentorship process, in your vetting of people who've helped you, how have you gone about navigating the space and finding people that are a good fit for you and your business as you've evolved over the years?
So, I mean, the first thing I'll say to you is I've screwed up. Last year, I paid 20K for the worst business coaching I could imagine. I didn't ask for my money back. I just realized that it was my own fault. On average, I spend between 40 and 50K a year on mentoring. And I still do. And I don't say it just as, oh, let me get 40K out and pay for it. Most of the time, I mean, everything from hiring people to teach me copywriting, but personally, I prefer to get in the nuts and the bolts with people personally. Copywriting, sales, everything, business development, organizational structure, you name it. But last year I paid into a program simply because the person has made a certain amount of money. That was it. And after 2 months, I was like, huh. Before I did it, all the red flags were there, but I did it, right? And I was like, I did it because I let go of my values. And I looked at it and went, yep, I think that's what I need to do. But I'm 46 and I know how to build a business and I know how to make a lot of money and I know what my values of my company structure is. So when I look for a mentor, first and foremost, do I like them? Like, would I have a go for a meal with them and sit with them, right? That's the first thing. I mean, I made that mistake with this one simply because I thought that they would be able to help me get from A to B. But you know what? When I went in the company, the way that we were treated as a company, the way that I was treated, I don't do that in my company. The delayed calls, not getting back to people, giving me 20 minutes to speak to, giving advice without listening to what I was doing. And it was very, very clear that in the business marketing business space at the moment, we have people that are, there's two things. I went to, there's a restaurant chain around the world called Zuma. And I was with one of the senior board directors and of the company that owns part of that company. And he said to me, I'm going to introduce you to a guy and they own the beach club version of Zuma. And the manager there was telling me, there's either businesses that grow fast and fall, or they really nail everything within a company, as in service, systems, brand, people. Now, these are companies that have the vision of being here a long time. And when they do it, they don't go fast, because when they make fast, they make mistakes. And when I invested in this company, they grew that fast that it was inevitable that I was going to go inside the company and realize that they were making mistakes. Because you can't grow that quick without everything being in place. Something's going to be shaky. So the stuff that I thought I needed from them was just how did they make the money so fast? But I haven't made my money fast, So I was like, why am I going to get advice on that when it contradicts how I'm trying to build my business? And that's why in the summer when I was at this beach club, the advice, just that one nugget that they told me, just reminded me, Mark, don't go for business advice of people that are just going to try and get rich quick, because you've not tried to become a coach quick. And you've not tried to build your brand quick. And you've not tried to build your reputation quick. So the advice that I need from people is from people that want to be here in 10 years' time, not sell out tomorrow. So when I speak to young coaches at the moment, and they go, like, I want to go from A to B. And I'm like, if you're going to go from A to B, the first thing you're going to have to do is stop coaching. Like, because the speed that you want to go to make that level of money, the people that are doing the 7-figure business mentorships, I'm not a 7-figure business coach. I'm grateful that I'm on this platform with you to say, I am not a 7-figure business coach, right? I actually don't like the term 7-figure business programs, because the money is an outcome of a business being built right. So if you're going in and you're 22 and you're making $5,000 a month, and you're joining a 7-figure program, then the person in the program is not going to help you go to 6 to 7. They're going to show you the fastest way, which will take you as fast as possible away from what you love, which is coaching. So a lot of these coaches that are joining these fast programs, they just have to give up the coaching, and then they focus on making money. And then the thing that's going to keep the client, which is the coaching, right, ends up falling through the floor. So the service is shite, the business is shite, the systems are shite, because they're just chasing the money. Now, we have coaches in our coaching programs making great money, but we teach people how to do it with stability, with structure, with systems, with emotional stability, with confidence, and it's built over time. So when I actually work with a lot of these mentoring companies, what I look for is I look to be mentored by people that share similar values to me. So I always try and remind coaches, if you're watching my business and you relate to my content and you see the size of my business and you see the fact we're helping hundreds and hundreds of coaches around the world, and then you're telling me, and this annoys me, I'm having a call with your team, Mark, but I'm also going to have a call with this guy who's been a coach for 12 months, who's built a 7-figure business, but I'm just going to have a call with them to see what they offer. I'm like, dude, please do not compare a 46-year-old coach who's been in the industry 24 years, who's built a solid reputation, with somebody that's been in the industry a year. Please. And they go, yeah, you're right. I'm like, because you don't know what's valuable to you. You don't know what type of business you'd want to build. I'm still proud of the fact that people know that I care about coaching, Jordan, so much. When you come in my coaching program, I mean, so much so that we're adding in 10 modules on coaching in a business coaching program. Because young coaches are coming into the industry wanting to be online coaches nowadays, and they're not good coaches. And I refuse to teach business to people who won't accept that they need to be a good coach. I won't allow it in my business coaching program for us to have a coach say, sorry, I don't know what NEAT is. And I go, dude, we got to sort this out first. So phase 1 is you've got to be confident with the coaching. So, I go back to your question. I know it's been quite a rounded answer, is that most people don't know what their values are, which is why they're looking at all these different people and they think it's about making money fast. But the reality is, if you get the foundations of a business right first and stable, then you can start to work your way forward with the money. It's like, you're not going to do a 12-week transformation on somebody that's got 45 pounds to lose. You're going to be honest and realistic on the time frame it's going to take. And then you're going to support them out the back end on the rebound if you have dieted them down. So, my approach to building a business, Jordan, is very much my approach to coaching. It's a 360-degree approach. If I think the person's not got the emotional stability right now to build a business quick, I'll slow them down. I'm that guy that if you're going through prep and I don't think this is a good place for you to be in prep, I will pull you back, right? And I've done the same in business. My team are trained to do the same in business. If you have not got the emotional stability to handle the workload of growing the business, we'll pull you back and we'll focus on other areas. That's a point of differentiation for me. And that's all come from how I coach.